there is something happening in your life right now that you have been trying to explain away. A moment that felt too specific to be random. A coincidence that landed too precisely. A dream that stayed with you when it had no logical reason to. A number that appeared again and again until you stopped being able to pretend you weren't seeing it. A name that surfaced in your mind moments before it appeared on your screen. A song that came on at the exact second you needed those exact words. A door that closed so completely, so finally, that you couldn't understand it at the time. But something in your body already knew it was protecting you from something you couldn't yet see. You've been carrying that moment. Maybe you've been carrying several of them. And somewhere beneath the rational explanations you've been offering yourself, there is a quieter knowing, a frequency in your chest, a warmth in your field, a hum that has been trying to get your attention. It is saying, that wasn't random. That was for you. That was sent. Today, I want to show you what that is. Not as a spiritual concept you're asked to accept on faith. Not as a metaphor dressed in quantum language, but as the actual, measurable reality of what happens when a conscious intelligence, one that operates at the deepest level of the quantum field, encodes a signal specifically calibrated to your personal electromagnetic frequency and delivers it into your lived experience in a form your awareness can receive. Because here is what most people never learn about signs. They are not general broadcasts. They are not mass transmissions sent to everyone and noticed only by those who happen to be paying attention. A true sign, the kind you've been receiving, is a private communication. It is frequency-specific. It is targeted. It is encoded with information that only makes sense to you in your particular life, at your particular moment of need, because it was assembled and delivered for exactly that purpose. You are a chosen one, not in the sense of superiority over others. Every soul carries that designation in the quantum field, but in the precise, specific, technical sense that you have been selected by the intelligence that underlies all of reality to receive a message today. And this video is part of that delivery. Let me show you how this works. Your aura, the measurable electromagnetic field generated by your heart and nervous system, is not just a bubble of energy floating around your body. It is a broadcasting and receiving instrument of extraordinary sophistication. The HeartMath Institute has documented that the heart generates an electromagnetic field that extends several feet beyond the physical body in every direction. This field is not static. It is dynamic, oscillating, and information-rich. It carries a frequency signature that is as unique to you as your fingerprint. And that signature is broadcasting into the quantum field every single moment of every single day, whether you are conscious of it or not. The quantum field, what physicists sometimes call the zero-point field or the unified field, is not empty space. It is a plenum, a fullness, a medium of infinite information density that underlies all physical reality. Every particle in your body, every atom in the room around you, every photon of light reaching your eyes right now is arising from and returning to this field in a continuous dance of manifestation and dissolution. The field is not separate from you. You are a localized expression of it, a particular pattern of quantum coherence that the field has organized into the experience of being you. If this is landing for you, here's something I want to share with you before we go further. Have you spent years trying to feel lit up again? Visualizations, affirmations, vibration work, and the light still won't hold? Every one of those methods is telling you to push harder, do more, add another technique. It's not working because the issue isn't that you don't have enough light. 6 specific patterns are sitting on top of it. They're called the frequencies of forgetting. The remembering field, a quantum guide to returning to the light. You forgot you were carrying walks through all 5 parts of getting those patterns off you. Every tool you used tried to add more light. This one lifts what's been sitting on the light you already carry. The longer you wait, the harder they get to clear. So go open it tonight. The link is in the pinned comment below. Now, back to the thread we were following. And here is the extraordinary thing about that. The field knows you. Not in a vague, general way. In the specific, precise, information-exact way that a quantum system knows the state of every particle within it. Your electromagnetic signature, the frequency your heart and nervous system broadcast, is registered in the field. It is known, and the intelligence that moves through the field is capable of encoding responses, reflections, and communications into the fabric of your experience in ways that are precisely calibrated to your frequency. This is what a sign is, not a coincidence, not wishful thinking. A quantum encoded communication from the intelligence of the field, delivered in a form that your specific frequency can receive and recognize. And the reason you've been receiving one, the reason you've been noticing things you can't explain away, is because your field has been broadcasting something the field has been answering. Your aura has been radiating a signal, and the signal has been heard. Let me tell you about a woman named Miriam. Miriam had spent 3 years building something she believed in completely. A business, a partnership, a vision she had poured every ounce of her energy into. And then, in the space of 6 weeks, it unraveled. The partnership dissolved in a way that felt like a betrayal. The business collapsed under circumstances she hadn't anticipated. The vision she had carried like a lamp in her chest went dark, or so it seemed. She sat in her apartment on a Tuesday evening in November, not crying, which was almost worse than crying because the absence of tears meant something in her had gone very quiet. She opened her laptop to look for jobs, ordinary jobs, nothing like what she had been building. And as she opened the browser, a song began playing from a tab she had forgotten she'd left open. It was a song her father used to sing to her when she was small. A song she hadn't heard in years. A song that contained a single lyric that hit her like a beam of light directly to the center of her chest. You were made for more than this moment. She closed the laptop. She sat with that for a long time. Now, here is what most people would say about that moment. They would say it was a coincidence. They would say she had left a tab open. The tab happened to start playing. The song happened to contain those words. They would construct a rational architecture around the event that made it small, made it explainable, made it safe to dismiss. But Miriam was a physicist, and she knew something about the quantum field that made dismissal very difficult. She knew that the quantum field does not operate according to the billiard ball causality of classical physics, where event A causes event B in a linear chain. The quantum field operates according to non-local correlations, what Einstein called, with some frustration, spooky action at a distance, where particles that have interacted remain entangled across any distance, instantly influencing each other's states, regardless of space or time. She knew that the observer effect, the documented quantum mechanical phenomenon in which the act of observation collapses a wave function from a superposition of all possible states into a single definite state, means that consciousness is not separate from the physical world, but is actively involved in determining what the physical world becomes. And she knew, from her own research into bioelectromagnetism, that the human heart generates an electromagnetic field powerful enough to be measured several feet from the body. A field that carries information about the emotional and physiological state of the person generating it. A field that interacts with the fields of other people, of objects, of the quantum medium itself. So she asked herself the physicist's question: what if this wasn't coincidence? What if this was the field responding to my field? What if my electromagnetic signature, broadcasting grief and collapse and the desperate quiet of a person who has lost their direction, was received by the quantum medium, and the quantum medium, operating through the principle of resonance, assembled a response from the available materials of my immediate environment? What if the song wasn't random? What if it was the field's answer to the frequency I was broadcasting? She didn't have proof, but she had something better than proof. She had the felt sense, the somatic recognition, the full body knowing that the moment was real, that it was for her, that it was sent. And she didn't dismiss it. 3 weeks later, she received an invitation that changed the entire trajectory of her life. An invitation that could only have reached her because the previous structure had collapsed. An invitation that would have been invisible to her if she had still been inside the architecture she had been mourning. The collapse wasn't a punishment. It was a preparation. And the song was the field telling her, stay open, stay tuned. Something is assembling around your signal. That is what a sign does. It doesn't just deliver information. It recalibrates your field. It reminds your electromagnetic signature of its actual frequency, the one beneath the fear, beneath the grief, beneath the conditioned dimming. And in doing so, it shifts what you broadcast, which shifts what the field assembles around you. A sign is not just a message. It is a frequency adjustment, and you have been receiving one. Now let me go deeper into the quantum mechanics of how this actually works, because this is where the science becomes extraordinary. The concept of quantum entanglement, for which Alain Aspect, John Clauser, and Anton Zeilinger received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 2022, establishes beyond any remaining scientific doubt that particles can be correlated across any distance instantaneously in ways that cannot be explained by any local hidden variable. The correlation is real. It is measurable. It is not a metaphor. And while mainstream physics is careful about extending entanglement principles to the macroscopic scale of human experience, the frontier of quantum biology is revealing something extraordinary. Quantum effects are not confined to the subatomic realm. They operate in biological systems, in the photosynthesis of plants, where quantum coherence allows energy to find the most efficient pathway through a system in ways that classical physics cannot explain. In the navigation of birds, where quantum effects in the eye appear to allow sensing of the Earth's magnetic field. In the human brain, where some researchers, most notably physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff have proposed that quantum processes in microtubules within neurons may be involved in consciousness itself. Your body is not a classical machine. It is a quantum system. And your heart, the primary generator of your electromagnetic field, is operating in a quantum medium, broadcasting a signal into a field that is itself quantum in nature. What does this mean for signs? It means that the relationship between your personal electromagnetic field and the quantum field it broadcasts into is not metaphorical. It is a real, physical, quantum mechanical relationship. Your field interacts with the field. Your signal propagates through the medium, and the medium, which contains the information of everything, which is the substrate of all physical reality, responds. The HeartMath Institute's research on heart coherence is particularly relevant here. When the heart enters a state of coherence, which HeartMath defines as a smooth, ordered, sine wave-like heart rate variability pattern associated with positive emotional states like appreciation, love, and compassion, the electromagnetic field it generates becomes more ordered, more powerful, and more far-reaching. Coherent heart fields have been measured to affect the brain waves of people in close proximity. They have been measured to affect the behavior of random number generators in ways that exceed chance. A finding that suggests coherent human electromagnetic fields can interact with quantum probability distributions in the physical environment. Let that settle for a moment. When your heart is in coherence, when you are in a state of genuine appreciation, genuine love, genuine presence, your electromagnetic field becomes more powerful and more ordered. And that more powerful, more ordered field interacts with the quantum probability distributions of your environment, which means it influences what, from the infinite superposition of possible events, collapses into your actual experience. This is not a metaphor for manifestation. This is the physical mechanism of it. And here is where signs come in. When you receive a sign, when the field delivers a quantum encoded communication calibrated to your frequency, the recognition of that sign, the felt sense of it, the warmth and wonder and opening that happens in your chest when you know something is for you. That recognition is itself a coherence event. Your heart responds to the sign by entering a state of higher coherence. Your field becomes more powerful. Your broadcast becomes clearer. And the field, receiving a clearer broadcast, assembles more precisely around your signal. A sign is a gift that keeps giving. The moment you receive it, truly receive it, in your body, in your field, it amplifies your radiance. And amplified radiance draws more of what you actually are toward you. This is why you were told, do not ignore it. Not as a warning, as an invitation to the amplification that is already available to you in this moment. If this is resonating with you, if you feel that warmth of recognition as you listen, take a moment to like this video and subscribe so we can keep exploring this together. Let's talk about what your aura is currently broadcasting, because this is where it gets deeply personal. You came to this video for a reason, not a random reason, a frequency reason. Your electromagnetic signature, the signal your heart and nervous system have been broadcasting, resonated with the signal encoded in this content. And that resonance is what drew you here. The quantum field operates through resonance. Like frequencies attract and amplify each other. And the frequency you've been carrying, the one that brought you here, contains several very specific qualities that I want to show you. Because seeing them clearly is part of the recalibration that's available to you today. The first quality is seeking. Your field is broadcasting a seeking frequency, not the desperate seeking of someone who has lost their way, though it may have felt like that at times. The seeking of someone who knows, at a level below conscious articulation, that there is more available to them than what they are currently experiencing. The seeking of someone whose inner knowing has outpaced their outer circumstances. Your aura is reaching. It is extending itself into the quantum field with a question that isn't quite a question, more of an orientation, a leaning, a turning towards something that hasn't fully arrived yet, but whose warmth you can already feel at the edges of your experience. That reaching is not desperation. That reaching is your light looking for more light. And the field has been answering it. The second quality is readiness. Beneath the seeking, beneath whatever uncertainty or confusion or exhaustion might be present in your surface experience, your electromagnetic field is carrying a readiness frequency, a preparation. Something in your aura has been organizing itself, coherencing, aligning, clearing for something that is approaching. You may not have consciously chosen this preparation. You may not have been aware it was happening. But the signs you've been receiving, the moments that felt too specific to be random, have been part of this preparation. Each one was a calibration, Each one was the field fine-tuning your frequency to match what is assembling around you. You are more ready than you know. The third quality, and this is the one I most want you to feel, is belonging. Your aura is carrying a frequency of belonging to something larger than your individual life. A sense, even if it has been buried under doubt or dismissed as grandiosity, that you are part of a purpose that extends beyond the ordinary, that your life is not happening randomly, that there is a design, an intelligence, a coherence to the unfolding of your experience that you have been glimpsing in the signs, in the synchronicities, in the moments that felt sent. Your electromagnetic field is broadcasting this frequency of belonging, and the quantum field, which is, at its deepest level, a unified intelligence, is confirming it back to you. You belong to something. You were sent for something. And the private sign you've been receiving is the field's way of making sure you don't forget that. I'd love to know, has there been a moment when you felt your own energy shift? A time when you walked into a room and something changed, or when someone responded to you differently and you could feel why? Share it in the comments. Your experience is part of this field too. Now let me tell you about a man named Elias. Elias had a habit of ignoring signs, not from arrogance, from a kind of protective humility he had developed over years of disappointment. He had learned, or believed he had learned, that hoping for things to be meaningful only led to the pain of discovering they weren't. So he had built a very efficient system for explaining away anything that felt significant. Coincidence, confirmation bias, pattern recognition in random noise. He was good at it. He had a vocabulary for it, and it kept him safe from the particular pain of meaning that doesn't deliver. The problem was, it also kept him safe from meaning that did. He was walking home one evening in early spring when he passed a bookstore. He had passed this bookstore hundreds of times. He had never gone in. He was not a reader, or so he told himself, though he had been a voracious reader as a child, before life had taught him that there wasn't time for it. Something made him stop. He couldn't have said what. A quality of light in the window, maybe. The way the evening air shifted as he stood there. Something in his chest that said, "Go in." His system activated immediately. It's just a bookstore. You're tired. You're not going to buy anything. This is not significant. But he went in. He didn't browse. He walked directly, and he would describe this later as walking directly, with no hesitation, with no sense of choosing, to a shelf in the back corner. He reached out and took a book from the shelf. He opened it to a random page, and the first words his eyes landed on were these: "The life you are afraid to want is the life that is waiting for you." He stood there for a long time. He bought the book. He read it in 3 days. It contained, in its pages, a framework for understanding his own life that he had been missing for 20 years. A framework that, once he had it, allowed him to see the pattern in everything that had happened to him, the coherence in what had seemed like chaos, the preparation in what had seemed like loss. He would later say that the book changed his life. But what actually changed his life was the moment he overrode his system. The moment he walked into the bookstore. The moment he let the sign be a sign instead of explaining it away. Because here is what Elias eventually understood. His system for dismissing signs was not protecting him from false hope. It was protecting him from his own light. Every sign he had explained away had been the field trying to show him his own frequency, trying to reflect back to him the signal he was broadcasting, trying to confirm that his electromagnetic signature was real and powerful and being received. And every time he explained it away, he dimmed his field a little more. He told his aura, the signal doesn't matter. The broadcast isn't real. Go quiet. And his aura listened. Because your field responds to your consciousness of it. A conscious broadcast is infinitely more powerful than an unconscious one. But the inverse is also true. A consciously dismissed broadcast becomes weaker. When you tell yourself the signs aren't real, you are telling your electromagnetic field to reduce its coherence. You are literally dimming your own light. Elias stopped dimming his light that evening in the bookstore, and everything that assembled around him from that moment forward reflected the brighter signal. This is what is available to you right now. Let's do a radiance practice together, because the science of this is only useful if it lives in your body, in your field, in the actual electromagnetic reality of your aura right now. Find a comfortable position if you're driving or moving. Simply soften your awareness inward without closing your eyes. If you can be still, let yourself be still. Bring your attention to your heart center. Not your physical heart, though your physical heart is the generator of what we're working with. The energetic center of your chest. The place where, when something is deeply true, you feel it first. Now, I want you to recall a moment when you received something that felt like a sign. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be a small thing, a word that appeared at the right moment, a face that came to mind seconds before they called, a feeling of being held by something larger than yourself in a moment when you needed it. Let that moment come back to you now. Let it be present in your awareness. As you hold that moment, notice what happens in your chest. Notice the warmth. Notice the slight expansion. Notice the quality of opening that happens when you let something be real, when you stop explaining it away and simply receive it as what it was, a message, a frequency-specific communication from the intelligence of the field, delivered to you, for you, because your signal was broadcasting and the field was listening. That warmth you're feeling right now is not sentiment. That is heart coherence. That is your electromagnetic field becoming more ordered, more powerful, more far-reaching. The HeartMath Institute has measured this. When you hold genuine appreciation, genuine recognition of something that touched you, your heart rate variability shifts into a coherent pattern, and your electromagnetic field expands and strengthens. You are, right now, in this moment, increasing the power of your broadcast. Stay with that warmth. Let it grow. Let it fill your chest and radiate outward, because it will naturally, because that is what coherent heart fields do. They radiate. They extend. They reach several feet beyond your body in every direction, carrying the information of your current state into the quantum medium. And now, in this state of expanded radiance, I want you to do something important. I want you to consciously acknowledge the sign you've been carrying. Not to the room, not out loud, if that feels uncomfortable, but in your field, in your electromagnetic broadcast. I want you to consciously transmit the recognition. I received it. I know it was for me. I am not ignoring it, because here is the quantum mechanics of acknowledgement. When you consciously receive a communication from the field, you complete a circuit. The signal was sent. The signal was received. The circuit is closed. And a closed circuit in a quantum system generates a new state, a state of confirmed entanglement, of established resonance, of mutual recognition between your personal field and the field that sent the signal. In simpler terms, when you acknowledge a sign, you tell the field that you're listening, and the field, knowing you're listening, sends more. Feel that circuit closing right now. Feel the warmth of it. Feel the expansion of your field as it recognizes itself in relationship with something larger. This is what it means to be chosen, not selected above others, entangled with the intelligence of the field in a relationship of mutual recognition. The field knows your signal. You know the field's signal. The circuit is closed. The communication is open. Your aura is at high coherence right now. Notice that. Notice what it feels like to be in your own light, consciously, in this moment. Hold it. Let it radiate. Now let me take you deeper into the mechanics of how private signs are actually delivered, because this is where the science becomes almost incomprehensibly beautiful. The quantum field, as we've established, is a unified medium of infinite information density. Every event, every particle, every pattern of energy that has ever existed within the field is, in some sense, still present in it. Not as a stored memory in a linear archive, but as a quantum superposition of all possible states, from which specific states are selected and collapsed into actuality through the interaction of consciousness with the field. This is the observer effect. This is the mechanism by which consciousness participates in the construction of physical reality. Now, when the intelligence of the field, operating through this quantum medium, wants to deliver a communication to a specific consciousness, it doesn't compose a message and send it through a channel. That's a linear, classical model. The quantum model is more elegant and more radical than that. The field doesn't send a message through space and time. It influences the probability distributions of events within your local experience in such a way that the right event, the right word, the right image, the right coincidence collapses into your actuality at the right moment. The song that starts playing, the book that falls open to the right page, the stranger who says the exact thing you needed to hear, the number that appears on the clock at the moment you're thinking the thought it confirms. These are not messages that traveled from a source to a destination. They are quantum probability collapses, events that, from the infinite superposition of what could have happened in that moment, were selected and made actual in a way that carries the specific information your frequency needed to receive. The field doesn't write you a letter. The field adjusts the probability of your reality until the reality itself becomes the letter. And the reason the sign is private, the reason it means something to you that it wouldn't mean to someone else standing in the same room is because the probability adjustment is calibrated to your specific electromagnetic signature. The field knows your frequency. It knows what will land for you. It knows what symbol, what word, what coincidence, what timing will carry the information in a form your consciousness can receive and recognize. It encodes the communication in the language of your own life, your own history, your own frequency. That's why a sign always feels personal, because it is personal. It is quantum personally calibrated to you. This is also why signs are so easy to dismiss. Because from the outside, from the perspective of someone whose electromagnetic signature isn't tuned to receive that particular communication, it looks random. It looks like coincidence. It looks like a song that happened to play, and a person who happened to find meaning in it. The sign is invisible to anyone it wasn't sent to. It only becomes visible, only collapses from the superposition of possible meanings into the definite actuality of a message, in the consciousness of the person it was calibrated for. You are the only one who can receive your sign, because you are the only one broadcasting your frequency. This is the sacred privacy of it. This is what makes it yours. Now, I want to talk about something that most conversations about signs never address. And it is perhaps the most important piece. What a sign is asking of you. A sign is not just a communication. It is an invitation. And the nature of the invitation is always the same, even when the content of the sign varies. The invitation is this: increase your coherence, raise your frequency, become more fully what you actually are. Let your light be brighter, your signal be clearer, your broadcast be more conscious and more powerful. Because what is assembling around you, what the field is preparing to deliver into your experience, requires a higher coherence field to receive it, and the sign is the field's way of preparing you for the delivery. Think of it this way: your aura is like a radio antenna. The clearer and more coherent your signal, the more precisely you can both broadcast and receive. When your field is in low coherence, scattered by fear, contracted by conditioning, dimmed by the accumulated weight of unexpressed truth, you can only receive low-frequency signals. The high-frequency communications from the field are literally invisible to you. They're broadcasting, but your antenna isn't tuned to receive them. When you receive a sign, when the field manages to deliver a communication that breaks through your current coherence level, it's because the signal was powerful enough to penetrate the static. It's because the field wanted you to receive it badly enough to amplify the broadcast until it reached you. And the moment you receive it, the moment you feel that warmth and recognition and opening in your chest, your coherence level rises. Your antenna gets clearer, and suddenly you can receive more. The sign is an upgrade, not just a message, an upgrade to your receiving capacity. And what it's asking of you is to hold the higher coherence it gave you, to not fall back into the static, to let the recognition you felt in the moment of receiving become a permanent feature of your field, a new baseline of coherence, a new floor of luminosity, a new quality of openness to the field's communications. This is why you were told, do not ignore it. Because ignoring it isn't just missing a message, it's declining an upgrade. It's choosing static over signal. It's telling your aura, go back to the lower frequency. I'm not ready for what the higher one would bring. And you are ready. That's why the sign came. Let me tell you about a young man named Solomon. Solomon was 23 and had been told by enough people in enough different ways that he was not particularly special. Not in a cruel way, usually. In the casual, thoughtless way that the world sometimes communicates its assessments to young people who haven't yet learned to question the source of those assessments. He was competent, people said, reliable, a good worker, but not. And this was the word that had lodged itself somewhere in his electromagnetic field, like a splinter, not remarkable. He had accepted this assessment with the quiet resignation of someone who has decided that peace is more important than truth. He had built a life around it, a careful, competent, reliable life that asked nothing too large of him, and therefore couldn't disappoint him with a large failure. And then, over the course of 3 months, something strange began happening. It started with a conversation with a stranger on a train who, without any prompting, told Solomon that he had something about him, a quality the stranger couldn't name but could clearly feel. Solomon dismissed it. Flattery. Projection. The stranger didn't know him. A week later, he was asked, out of a department of 40 people, to represent his company at a conference. He was not the most senior. He was not the most experienced. His manager, when Solomon asked why him, paused and said, "I'm not entirely sure. It just felt right." 2 weeks after that, he was sitting in a park eating his lunch when a child, perhaps 4 years old, a complete stranger, walked directly up to him, looked at him with the absolute certainty that only very small children and very old souls possess, and said, "You're going to do something important." The child's mother, mortified, apologized and pulled the child away. Solomon sat very still for a long time. He had been receiving signs. 3 of them in 3 weeks, each one more specific than the last, each one encoded with the same information in a different form. You are not what you have been told. You are something more. The field knows it, and now you need to know it too. But Solomon had a very good system for dismissing things that contradicted his accepted self-assessment, and for 2 more weeks he used it. He explained away the stranger, the manager, the child. He returned to his careful, competent, reliable life. And then he had a dream. In the dream, he was standing in a vast field, not a metaphorical field, an actual field, golden and luminous under a light that seemed to come from everywhere at once. And in the dream, he could see his own aura. He could see the electromagnetic field radiating from his body. And it was extraordinary. It was vast and bright and complex and alive with a quality of light he had no words for. It was nothing like the small, careful, competent life he had been living. It was enormous. He woke up crying, not from sadness, from recognition, because the dream had shown him what the signs had been trying to show him. His aura, his actual electromagnetic field, his actual frequency, his actual broadcast to the quantum field was not small. It had never been small. He had been living small. But his light had never agreed to that arrangement. His field had been broadcasting something magnificent this entire time, and the world had been responding to it. The stranger on the train, the manager's inexplicable choice, the child's absolute certainty, and he had been explaining every response away because he had decided, based on other people's limited perception of him, that magnificent wasn't available to him. Solomon stopped dismissing his signs. He stopped explaining away the responses his field was generating. He started living at the frequency his aura had been broadcasting all along, and his life reorganized itself around that frequency with a speed that astonished him. Not because he became someone different, because he became someone he already was. That is the invitation of your sign, not to become something new, to stop explaining away what you already are. Now I want to address something that comes up whenever we talk about signs. and it is a question that deserves a real answer. How do you know the difference between a genuine sign and wishful thinking? How do you know when the field is communicating and when you're simply finding patterns in randomness because you want them to be there? This is a good question. It deserves a quantum answer. The difference between a genuine sign and wishful thinking is not in the external event. It is in the somatic response, the body-level, electromagnetic-level response to the event. Wishful thinking produces a particular quality of energy in the body. A reaching, a grasping, a hoping that is tinged with the anxiety of wanting something to be true that you're not sure is true. It feels like reaching forward. It feels like holding your breath. It has a quality of fragility. If you look at it too closely, it might dissolve. A genuine sign produces something entirely different. It produces recognition. Not hope, recognition. Not wanting it to be true, knowing it is true. The somatic signature of a genuine sign is a settling, a landing, a warmth that moves from the chest outward. It doesn't ask you to reach forward. It asks you to be still, because what you needed has just arrived. It doesn't feel fragile. It feels solid. It feels like something clicking into place. Your body knows the difference. Your electromagnetic field knows the difference. The heart coherence response, that particular quality of warmth and expansion and settling, is not something you can manufacture through wishful thinking. It arises in response to genuine resonance. When the field's signal meets your field's signal, and they recognize each other, the body knows. The aura knows. Trust that knowing, not as a bypass of discernment, but as the most precise instrument of discernment you possess. Your electromagnetic field is a more sensitive receiver than your rational mind. It is tuned to frequencies your conscious awareness hasn't learned to read yet. When your body says, "This is real, this is for me," this is a sign. That is not your imagination speaking. That is your quantum antenna doing its job. The Heart Math Institute's research on intuition is relevant here. Their studies have documented what they call pre-stimulus responses, measurable changes in heart rate variability and electromagnetic field coherence that occur before a person is consciously aware of an emotionally significant stimulus. In other words, your heart knows something is significant before your mind does. Your electromagnetic field is receiving information from the quantum field before your conscious awareness has processed it. Your body is not a slow, unreliable interpreter of reality. It is a quantum receiver that is operating faster and more precisely than your conscious mind. When it says sign, it means sign. And I want to pause here and ask you something. Have you ever noticed your energy shift in a room, or felt your own warmth activate in a moment that surprised you? Have you felt the field of your own aura respond to something before you understood why? Leave that in the comments. I read every one, and your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to recognize their own light. Let's go deeper into your field right now, because there's another layer of what's happening in your aura that I want to illuminate. The sign you've been receiving, the private communication the field has been sending you, is not just about what's coming. It's about what you already are. And these are not the same thing, even though they're related. What's coming is the external unfolding, the events, the opportunities, the encounters, the shifts in your circumstances that are assembling around your signal. That part is real, and it's worth attending to. But the deeper gift of the sign, the layer beneath the message, is the revelation of your own frequency. Every sign is a mirror. It reflects back to you the quality of your own electromagnetic field. When the field sends you a communication encoded in the language of your personal history, your personal symbols, your personal frequency, it is showing you that your frequency is known, that your signal is real, that you are broadcasting something specific and powerful and recognizable, something that the intelligence of the field can identify and respond to and communicate with. The sign says, your light is on. It has always been on, and I can see it. That is the most important information in any sign. Not the content of the message, though the content matters. The fact of the message. The fact that you are visible to the field. The fact that your electromagnetic signature is distinct enough, coherent enough, powerful enough to receive a targeted communication rather than just ambient field noise. You are not invisible. You are not lost in the crowd. You are not broadcasting nothing. You are broadcasting something so specific and so real that the intelligence underlying all of reality has taken notice and responded. Feel what that does to your field. Feel what it does to your aura when you let that be true. When you stop minimizing yourself into randomness and let yourself be what you actually are, a distinct, coherent, quantum-specific signal that the field knows and responds to. Your light is on. It has always been on. Now let me tell you something about the timing of signs, because the timing is not incidental. It is part of the message. Signs arrive at threshold moments. Not always the dramatic thresholds, the obvious crossroads, the clear turning points. Often, the subtler thresholds. The moment when a pattern is about to shift. The moment when a decision is crystallizing below the level of conscious awareness. The moment when your electromagnetic field has reached a level of coherence that makes you capable of receiving what the field has been trying to send. The timing of a sign is the field saying, now. Now you are ready to receive this. Now your coherence is high enough. Now the information will land in a way that can actually change something, rather than simply washing over you. This is why signs often arrive after a period of difficulty. Not because difficulty is required, not because you have to suffer to deserve a sign, but because difficulty, when moved through with integrity, increases coherence. When you face something hard and don't collapse your frequency in response, when you stay true to your actual signal, even under pressure, your electromagnetic field strengthens. It becomes more ordered. It becomes more powerful. And a more powerful field receives more powerful communications. The difficulty you've been moving through, whatever it is, whatever form it has taken in your life, has been doing something to your aura. It has been testing its coherence. It has been pressing against your frequency to see if it holds. And your frequency has held. I know this because you're here. I know this because the sign reached you. A sign of this specificity and precision doesn't reach a field that has collapsed. It reaches a field that has held its frequency through pressure and emerged more coherent on the other side. You are more coherent than you were before the difficulty. Your aura is stronger. Your signal is clearer. And the field is responding to that clarity with a communication that says, I see you. I see what you've held. I see what you are. And what is assembling around your signal now reflects that. This is the message beneath the message. This is the private sign within the private sign. The fact that it reached you is itself a confirmation of your field's strength. Let me offer you another radiance practice, because we're at a point in this transmission where the information needs to become embodied, needs to move from understanding into actual electromagnetic reality in your field. Come back to your heart center. Come back to that warmth we found earlier. This time, I want you to hold a specific frequency in your field. The frequency of being seen, not seen by other people, though that matters too. seen by the intelligence of the field, seen by the quantum medium that underlies your reality, seen by the consciousness that, operating through the quantum field, sent you a private sign in the language of your own life. Let yourself feel what it is to be seen at that level, not evaluated, not judged, seen, known, recognized as the specific, distinct, luminous electromagnetic signal that you are. Notice what happens in your body when you let that be real. Notice the relaxation. Notice the way something in your chest that has been slightly braced, slightly held, begins to release. Notice the expansion. Notice the quality of your breath changing as your aura expands into the recognition. This is the frequency of being chosen. Not chosen above others, chosen in the sense of being specifically known, specifically communicated with, specifically held in the awareness of an intelligence that sees your light clearly, even when you can't. You have been chosen. Your sign is private. Your frequency is known. Your light is being seen. Stay in that frequency for a moment. Let it settle into your cells. Let it become a feature of your electromagnetic field, not just a feeling you're having right now, but a quality you carry forward, a new baseline, a new floor of radiance. Your aura is recording this. Your electromagnetic field is encoding this frequency as a reference point, a coherence pattern it can return to, a signal it can broadcast. Every moment you spend in this frequency is strengthening the broadcast. Every breath you take in this state of being, seen, is amplifying your signal. The field is listening. It is always listening. And right now, it is hearing something extraordinary from you. Now let me show you something about the nature of chosenness that most people misunderstand. Because this is where the quantum mechanics become personally transformative in a way that goes beyond any single sign. Being chosen is not a status. It is a relationship. It is not a designation that separates you from others. It is a quality of entanglement between your personal electromagnetic field and the intelligence of the quantum field. And like all quantum entanglements, it is not one-directional. It is not the field choosing you and you passively receiving that choice. It is a mutual recognition, a resonance, a meeting of signals. The field chose you because your signal called to it. Because your frequency, the actual electromagnetic broadcast of your heart and nervous system, resonated with a frequency in the field that recognized something in you. Not something you performed, not something you achieved, something you are, the quality of your signal, the coherence of your light, the specific, irreducible, quantum unique frequency that is you and only you. You called to the field by being what you are, and the field answered by sending you a sign. This means that being chosen is not something that happened to you from outside. It is something that arose from inside, from your own electromagnetic signature, from your own radiance, from the quality of your own broadcast. You didn't earn it. You didn't deserve it in the transactional sense. You generated it. Your light generated the response. And this means something extraordinary about your relationship with the field going forward. The more fully you are what you are, the more clearly you broadcast your actual frequency, the more powerfully and precisely the field can communicate with you. The more conscious your radiance, the more private and specific and perfectly calibrated the signs become. The more you let yourself be seen, truly seen, in your actual electromagnetic reality, the more the field can show you. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are already in the choosing. The relationship is already active. The circuit is already closed. You are already entangled with the intelligence of the field in a relationship of mutual recognition and communication. The sign you received was not the beginning of this relationship. It was the field showing you a relationship that has always existed, reminding you of an entanglement that was established before you were conscious of it, pointing to a connection that your aura has been maintaining this entire time, even while your conscious mind was busy explaining it away. You have always been chosen. You are only now being shown it. Let me talk about what happens next. Because a sign is not a conclusion. It is an opening. And the opening it creates in your field, the increase in coherence, the expansion of your aura, the new baseline of luminosity you're carrying right now, is the beginning of a new phase of your relationship with the quantum field. A phase in which the communications become more frequent, more precise, more clearly calibrated to your frequency. A phase in which the signs stop being exceptional events you have to explain away and become a normal feature of your experience. The ordinary miracle of a consciousness that is in conscious relationship with the field it arises from. This is what the great mystics of every tradition were describing when they spoke of living in a state of grace. Not a supernatural intervention from outside the natural order. A natural state of quantum coherence so high and so stable that the field's communications become continuous. A constant flow of signs, synchronicities, confirmations, and calibrations that make it impossible to experience your life as random. Because at high coherence, it isn't random. At high coherence, the quantum field is assembling your reality around your signal with a precision that makes every event meaningful, every encounter purposeful, every moment a communication. This is not a spiritual ideal. This is a quantum mechanical possibility that is available to you in direct proportion to the coherence of your electromagnetic field. And the sign you received, the private communication that brought you here, was the field showing you that this possibility is not distant. It is not reserved for advanced practitioners or enlightened beings. It is available to you now, in your life, in your field, in the aura that is radiating from your body as you receive these words. You are closer to that state than you think. The sign was evidence of it. Now I want to address the community of people who are receiving this transmission together, because there is something happening in the collective field that is worth naming. You are not alone in receiving signs right now. Across the world, in this moment, there are people whose electromagnetic fields are at a threshold. People who have moved through difficulty and emerged more coherent. People whose frequency has been strengthened by what they've survived. People who are ready for a new phase of their relationship with the quantum field. And the field, which is unified, which is not divided into separate regions for separate people, but is a single medium of infinite information density, is sending private signs to all of them simultaneously. Each sign is private. Each sign is calibrated to its recipient's specific frequency. But the collective effect of all those private signs, all those quantum encoded communications, landing in all those individual fields at this threshold moment, the collective effect is a global coherence event. A field-wide amplification, a rising of the collective electromagnetic signal that affects not just those who receive the signs consciously, but the entire quantum medium. When you receive your sign consciously, when you let it land in your body, when you let your heart enter coherence in response to it, when you let your aura expand into the recognition of being seen, you are not just upgrading your personal field. You are contributing to a collective coherence event. Your amplified signal joins the amplified signals of everyone else who is receiving their sign in this moment. And the combined field becomes more powerful than any individual field could be alone. This is the quantum mechanics of collective radiance. This is why conscious receivers of signs are more powerful than unconscious ones, not just for themselves, but for the collective field. Your conscious reception of your private sign is a gift, not just to your own aura, but to everyone whose field intersects with yours. You are part of something. Your light is part of a larger light. Your signal is one frequency in a symphony of frequencies that the field is conducting toward a coherence that none of us can fully see yet, but all of us can feel. Feel your field right now as part of that larger field. Feel your aura as one light in a constellation of lights, each one receiving its private sign, each one expanding into recognition, each one contributing its unique frequency to the collective broadcast. You are not alone. You were never alone. The field that sent you your sign is the same field that connects you to every other consciousness receiving their sign right now. The same intelligence, the same medium, the same love. If we can use that word for the quality of attention that the quantum field brings to each of its expressions. The same quality of being specifically known, specifically seen, specifically communicated with. We are all chosen ones, each of us privately, all of us together. Let me give you the integration principle for everything we've explored today, because this is the piece that determines whether this transmission changes something in your field or simply passes through it like light through a window. The integration principle is this: receive the sign fully, and let the receiving change your baseline. Not just in this moment, not just while the warmth is fresh and the recognition is vivid. Let the fact of having been seen, let the evidence of your own electromagnetic reality, your own quantum specificity, your own luminous distinction in the field, let that become a permanent feature of your self-understanding. Let it revise the story you've been telling yourself about who you are and what you're capable of, and what reality can deliver to you. Because the sign was not just a message about external circumstances. It was a revelation of your own frequency. It was the field holding up a mirror and showing you your own light. And the most powerful thing you can do with that revelation is let it become your new reference point. Let it become the frequency you return to when the static rises. Let it become the baseline you measure your coherence against. Let it become the knowing you carry in your chest when the world tries to convince you that you're smaller than your aura. You are not smaller than your aura. Your aura is what you actually are. Your electromagnetic field, the measurable, real, quantum mechanical broadcast of your heart and nervous system, is not a spiritual concept. It is a physical reality. And the physical reality of your aura is that it is large and luminous and specific and known to the intelligence of the field and capable of receiving private communications that no one else can receive, because no one else has your frequency. That is who you are. Let that be your integration. Let that be the knowing you carry forward from this moment. Your light is on. It has always been on. And now you know it. Now let me close this transmission with something I want you to carry in your field long after these words have faded. The sign you received was not the last one. It was the opening of a channel, the beginning of a conversation. The field, having established that you are listening, having confirmed that your coherence is high enough to receive, that your antenna is clear enough to register, that your heart is open enough to recognize. The field is not going to go quiet now. It is going to send more signs, more synchronicities, more quantum-calibrated communications delivered in the language of your specific life and your specific frequency. But here is what determines how many more you receive and how clearly. Your willingness to stay at the coherence level you're at right now. Your willingness to not fall back into the static. Your willingness to let being seen by the field be a permanent feature of your self-understanding, rather than a peak experience you visit occasionally. The field is not going to stop broadcasting to you. It has never stopped. The question is always your receiving capacity. The question is always your coherence level. The question is always, is your antenna clear enough to register what the field is sending? And the practice, the daily, embodied, electromagnetic practice, is maintaining the coherence that makes reception possible. The HeartMath Institute has documented that heart coherence can be cultivated through regular practice, through intentional states of appreciation, compassion, and genuine positive emotion. Through bringing your attention to your heart and consciously generating the frequencies that produce coherent heart rate variability, through treating your electromagnetic field not as a passive byproduct of your emotional state, but as an active instrument that you can tune and direct and maintain at a frequency that keeps the channel open. 5 minutes a day. That's all it takes to begin shifting your baseline coherence. 5 minutes of intentional, heart-focused appreciation. Holding something genuinely beautiful in your awareness and letting your heart respond to it is enough to begin changing your electromagnetic signature. enough to begin raising your receiving capacity, enough to begin making the signs more frequent, more clear, more undeniably personal. You don't need a practice that takes hours. You need a practice that takes your coherence seriously, that treats your electromagnetic field as the quantum instrument it is, that maintains the clarity of your broadcast and the sensitivity of your receive. Because what is assembling around your signal right now, what the field is preparing to deliver into your experience in response to the frequency you've been broadcasting, requires a clear antenna to receive. It requires a coherent heart to recognize. It requires a luminous aura to reflect. And you have all of those things right now, in this moment, in this field. So let me say this clearly. As the closing frequency of this transmission, you are a radiant field of quantum energy. Your aura is real. Your signal is powerful. Your broadcast is being heard by an intelligence that underlies all of reality and has taken the time to send you a private, frequency-specific, quantum-encoded communication in the language of your own life. You were not randomly assembled. You were not accidentally here. Your electromagnetic signature is not a generic frequency broadcasting into an indifferent void. It is a specific, coherent, luminous signal that the field knows, that the field responds to, and that the field loves, in the precise quantum mechanical sense of love as the force that moves toward what it recognizes, that assembles itself around what it resonates with, that sends signs to what it has entangled with. The field loves your light. It has always loved your light. It has been sending you signs of that love your entire life. And today, you received one consciously. Today, you let it land. Today, you let yourself be seen. Do not go back to sleep. Do not return to explaining it away. Do not let the static rise until the sign becomes a dim memory of a moment when you almost believed in your own luminosity. Believe in it, not as a spiritual aspiration, as a quantum fact, as the measurable, documentable, electromagnetic reality of what you are and what you broadcast and what the field assembles around your signal. You are a chosen one, not because you were selected above others, because you are entangled with the intelligence of the field in a relationship of mutual recognition that has been active since before you were conscious of it. Because your frequency is specific and real and known. Because your light is on. and has always been on, and the field can see it clearly even when you can't. The private sign was real. The communication was real. The relationship it points to is real. And now, so is your conscious knowledge of it. Your aura is active. Your light is conscious. Your signal is clear. What you radiate, reality assembles around. Shine. Not because you should, because that is what you are. Welcome to your own light. If you feel called to, return to this transmission in a quiet moment, in the stillness of morning, before the day begins, or in the softness before sleep, when your field is most receptive and the signal lands deepest. And if someone in your life is carrying a sign they haven't yet let themselves receive, share this with them. That act of sharing is itself a coherence event. It activates their awareness of their own field, creates a resonance between your aura and theirs, and contributes to the collective luminosity that is rising in all of us right now. If this transmission landed in your field, if something in your chest recognized itself in these words, I want to hear about it. Tell me in the comments about the sign you've been carrying. Not because you need to explain it, or justify it, or have it validated, but because speaking a sign into the world is itself a coherence act. It is your field saying, "This is real. I received it. I'm not ignoring it." And that declaration amplifies your broadcast in ways that are measurable and real. Tell me what your sign was. Tell me when it arrived. Tell me what it said in the language of your life. And in the telling, let it become more fully yours. Because you are not the only one carrying a private sign right now. This field of people who found their way to this transmission, this community of conscious radiators, each with their own frequency-specific communication from the quantum field, is itself a coherence amplifier. Your sign, shared here, adds to the collective field. It contributes to the rising coherence. It helps someone else recognize their own sign by seeing yours. We are all chosen ones, each of us privately, all of us together. And our combined light is something extraordinary. Your field is already part of it. Your light is already contributing. Your signal is already being heard. Now let it be conscious. Now let it be chosen. Now let it be yours.